Hello, I'm Jeff Miller of 2049 Outfitters.
And I'm Pam Hoffman, Everyday Spacer. At Everyday Spacer, we show regular folks how to personally and directly participate in space exploration, science, and astronomy. We're here on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, 12 midnight Eastern Time, and 12 noon on Saturday in Hong Kong. We're broadcasting live from Akron, Ohio.
And Thousand Oaks, California. Thanks for joining us. You can see me. Probably can't see Pam unless the problem is on my end because I can't see Pam, but we can hear Pam. So that's good. Tonight's topic is Holiday Howdy.
Howdy.
We'll be back in 8.3 seconds as soon as I get this started. Tonight we are checking in and wishing you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all things this time of year. And we'd like to ask, what makes the season special to you? Oh, and we've got Scott. Oh, you can see Pam's Scott? Okay, well, then the problem is on my end. We'll have to figure out what's going on my end.
Okay, now we know. Thanks a lot, Scott. Appreciate that.
And Scott's hitting on you, I guess.
What?
He says, she looks good.
Oh, thank you very much. So for me, I'm liking the return of the lights. The solstice was, of course, notable to me. And I think there's a lot of good science in there, orbital things and the sun coming back to the northern hemisphere. I did learn recently that there's like 10% of the Earth's population that lives in the southern hemisphere. I thought it was a lot more.
Okay, and we've got hello from Stargazer Girl 79.
Cool. Welcome.
And she says she's got late night baking going on. Well, yep. Well, it's you're either on the West Coast and it's late night baking, or you're on the East Coast and it's really late night baking. So welcome. And we've got Daniel. He can see you as well, Pam. So it looks like it's just on my end. I don't know why.
Interesting.
But,
well, I'm glad I turned my light on now.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So,
alrighty.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, people.
Yep. And yeah, unless they had good astronomy equipment like Stonehenge or some Native American works I know, the solstice was often celebrated 3 days after the actual solstice because that was the time it took for the days to get noticeably longer.
Which is interesting because I read recently that it's like 21 seconds a day that changes. So that's like a whole minute. Took them that long to figure out a minute. That's interesting.
Well, probably from shadows on the ground. If you think about it, it takes a really big shadow to see really small details like that. So, but that's where things like Stonehenge came in and stuff like that. And so the Native Americans had certain things that were like spirals that they would put behind a pair of rocks that had a gap between them.
Right.
And you could tell where the, what time of year it was by where the sun was on that spiral. So that was pretty good. Oh, and Stargazer Girl, is in Oklahoma. So
excellent.
It's still pretty darn late because I think that's central. Yeah. That's either mountain or central, but that's still pretty late for you. So
probably central, yeah.
Yeah.
Hope it's warmer there than it is here.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Cliff, it's already Christmas for you. Or no, it's not. It's Christmas Eve for you. It's Christmas Eve for you.
Day, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us.
I wonder how many date lines you have to be past for it to be 2 days difference.
I think it's a different planet, honey.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Our friend David Renecki from Australia also told us that by winding the astronomical clock back, there was a very bright multi-planet conjunction in the night sky and may have been the star that the wise man may have taken as their omen.
Yeah, actually, years ago, I was at an astronomy conference, and Jack Horkheimer, if anyone remembers that name, told us about this too. So it was quite a large. I think the some of the biggest planets, maybe all five of the brightest planets. Anyway, some huge conjunction. And recently, I saw something on Facebook. I think it was someone said they thought it might have been a comet that drew the wise men there, but I don't think that's so.
Yeah, Stargazer says
Oh,
it's been -20. Wow, that far south, huh? Wow.
wow.
I mean, I remember -20 in Michigan, but that's a
Hmm.
bit farther north from you. And it's
And we
been,
had like
oh,
-5 feels like -31. Hey, Dawn.
hey, Don, it's all Christmas Eve for her. That's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's with wind chill. Yeah. Well,
Wind chill. Yep.
that's the easy way, Stargazer. Uh, um,
Queensland, right?
Cliff, but I live in Queensland, and according to David Stone Age here,
I see.
well, go ahead and start building some big rocks, Cliff. You can make your own calendar.
Mhm.
Um, ah, the storm
Oh.
hit northeast Oklahoma very badly. Ooh, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Apparently
yeah.
Ohio's about to get it too. Or did you
Yeah.
already start getting it?
We had some snow. We had some very cold temperatures, lots of wind. And again, -5 feels like -31.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Paolo,
Yep.
welcome.
Paulo. Um, Merry Christmas to you too, Paulo. Yeah,
Texas.
it's ready to get It's
So
amazing.
weather is a factor for people. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. And I suppose you're talking about southern areas of Texas because I think the northern areas of Texas aren't much different from
Pretty close to
northern Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, yeah, I
Yeah.
happen to.
Oklahoma's been pretty good for space in the recent years.
Hmm. Yeah, I happen to like the weather of California. Um,
I'm
you
liking it
know,
more and more right now.
yeah, we have our white Christmas. It's on those mountains over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
might be a
if I
California girl now. They're telling me.
and if I look past a building, I can actually see the white Christmas way over there on those mountains. That's good for me. Um, I lived in Michigan, so kind of done with that. And I think we've converted Pam. We've thinned her blood.
Possibly, yes.
Um,
Oh, it's
1 inch
Starbase.
of rain
Oh,
can make 10 feet of snow. Yep.
really?
Oh, yeah. Because
Oh my
snow is
God.
much fluffier.
It is.
Yeah. If you think of the shape of the crystals versus
Mm.
that much water
Oh,
melted into a, yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
There's a whole book on snowflakes, and boy, is that interesting. It's beautiful too. That's a coffee table book that you got
Yeah.
one year, right, Jeff? Or did you
Yeah.
give that to me? You may have
I
given
gave it
that
to
to
you.
me actually. Oh, it's
Yeah. You like
beautiful.
snowflakes, so I gave it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that sting, I guess they're
Oh,
little cylindrical things with points on the end. That's why they sting.
yeah. Oh, she's been living at Starbase. Oh, wow.
What does that mean? I don't know what Starbase is.
It's from the launch, 12 miles from the launch pad. Oh, that's got to be noisy. Probably good view of the launches, but wow.
So, wait, are we talking about in
They've got a
Oklahoma?
launch pad in Oklahoma. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I didn't realize they built a launch pad from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Snow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. She didn't
I know,
realize
right?
what could happen with that little water. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I happen to live surrounded by the Great Lakes. So, yes, we did know that the only place that got more snow than we did was Buffalo, and they always had the record
Oh yeah, this year
because
too.
they
I
weren't
mean, already.
they weren't surrounded. Yeah, they weren't surrounded by the Great Lakes. They had all of them to the west of them, so the wind came in and gave
Mm,
them all that moisture.
mm.
So,
Yeah, Buffalo, very cold too.
yeah, Yeah, about the same temperature as Michigan often, but they got a lot more snow.
Mm.
Often at least twice as what we got. If we had 3 feet, they'd have 5 to 6 feet.
Oh,
So
jeez.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Boca
SpaceX.
Chica, I thought that was in California.
No.
Chica. Oh, it's maybe it's another name over there. I used to work at Boeing, Stargazer girl, in Huntington Beach. Boeing in Huntington Beach on the Delta rockets. I worked on the electrical ground support equipment with about 25 engineers. I was a technical analyst and I supported them. I ran all over, did whatever they needed, including shipping, computer drafting, could have been anything, testing equipment, stuff like that. Okay, Texas.
Oh,
Not many.
yeah. And not
It's
many launches,
testing.
just
Okay.
testing.
Oh,
Okay.
good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. Stargazer says the testing has been great. Oh, good. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're in that business and you're there for that purpose and you're going home eventually. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like
Just reading into
Elon's.
it.
Yeah, I kind of like Elon's method of test. Failures are okay because as long as you
Yep.
learn from the failure and don't do it again.
Yep.
So,
Fail forward fast. That's what they say.
yeah. I like his method of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Gives some of the idiots in the press ammunition, but at least it gets the job done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very efficient. You just do it and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. So you'll learn a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Documenting the progress. Ooh,
Sounds
that
neat.
that sounds like we might want you as a guest, Stargazer.
Yes.
You
Won't
know,
be quite as late as East Coast, so that's good.
yeah. PM one of us. If you'd like, either on Facebook or just give us some contact information, and we would definitely like to talk to you about being a guest
And
when you can talk about it.
why don't you put in the chat my email address? I will also speak it. It's Pam. That's PAM. Then the @ symbol. And then everydayspacer.com. I think there's a banner for that too, Jeff, when you're done there.
Okay, yeah. So
And
there you go.
I can send you
is,
guest prep information.
I know your email address, but I was typing it as you said it. I don't know why. I was waiting for you to say it before I typed it.
That's okay. Seems like
Know a little bit about every part of the space industry.
Very little. I've done a few things. I ground a mirror for a telescope. I volunteered at the NASA. It was called NASA Lewis then. It's called NASA Glenn now in Northern Ohio. And I worked at Boeing for 5 years. I've created my own stuff now. Everyday Spacer, wrote a book, and have 2 more that were supposed to be done by this year. That's not happening.
Well, and you were also, that's where you know us. She's part of Inspiration 24.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I don't know everybody yet. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate that. Did you catch Andrew's show last week? It was very good.
Yeah. Pam, your call sign is Apollo, right?
Apollo, yes.
Yeah.
And Rob actually had a really good show too. He was before that. And his show has got almost 700 views, which is kind of spectacular for our little channel. But he told me he was in PR for 6 years. So I think he knows something about it.
Yes. Yeah. I might have something about it.
I wish all our guests did that.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, any other things like, do you like, we love driving around and seeing the Christmas lights at night and decorating. Oh my God. It's a little crazy for decorating lights. And we have stuff for years and years. Some things are antique glass. Some things little kids made us. Something things we made. It's kind of a fun thing to give an ornament like to all the people in the family. They'll have the same one from the same year kind of thing. Oh, some more comments?
Yeah, I'd love to get with you guys. Oh, so you did watch? Yeah, you loved watching Andrew's
good.
show. Yeah. Andrew that was Stargazer. That was not a typical length for a show. Just saying.
No.
That was a very long show, but we didn't want to cut him off because it was such good talking to him that it's like,
Yes.
Okay, he's still willing to talk. Let's keep going. I mean, but we had to pull the plug at 2 hours. So
It's 2 hours and more.
yeah.
And now I recognize call sign. Yes, awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you for being here. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
What's
Okay,
this
after
one?
the holiday, we'll figure out a time to get together. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Thanks.
Great. Can't wait. That sounds really cool.
There you go. That's
What do you do in Australia? What do you do in Australia, Chris, for Christmas? Okay. You've seen some good lights? Good.
Yeah.
You saw an amazing one last year. Very OCD and music, and it was truly stupendous.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Oh yeah, with Andrew.
Andrews. Yeah. I was.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have shows that just basically write themselves like that. That was just he was great. We've had a few guests like that where you just you let them talk about what interests them, and wow, you get a really good show.
Yeah, and great feedback. When that's happened before, it's always, wow, that was a really great show. And I've heard that, you should interrupt them. And I'm like, because everybody does that, maybe we'll stand out a little bit because we don't. And I mean, we have the guest on. We want to hear from them. We don't have a time limit for our shows ever. Yeah. So like tonight, it could be kind of short. It's just saying happy holidays and checking in with you.
You guys have been getting some really interesting guests. Yeah. Well, I went to the Space Symposium and I talked with a number of people there and got some of them. One of them happened to be from Inspiration 24, and that led to more people.
Yep. I've sent out 2 guest prep notices. And Jeff, you've got some more from the symposium to follow up with, right? Couple of women. Can't wait. We're doing our best here.
Yeah, we use kangaroos instead of reindeer.
What?
Those must be noisy on the roof. Thump, thump, thump.
Don't let them come down the chimney.
I've got to share this. You'll have to look it up. Fat man in
God.
On YouTube. Fat man in a funny red suit, stuck in the smoke hole of our teepee.
We haven't heard that yet this year, have we?
Just look that up.
We gotta listen to it, Jeff, at least once.
Yeah. I was crying because I was laughing so hard on that one.
You found that through Law Dog, right? Or was that Randy? Did Randy tell you about that?
No, that was Law Dog. I found that out from Law Dog. I introduced it to Randy.
Okay.
Stargazer. My mom would always stay up late during the holidays, do all of her baking after us kids went to bed. So it became very special after. Past 17 years ago. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice memory. Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
My mom liked to bake a lot of stuff too. Mincemeat pie, pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the
he's talking about the kangaroos. Yeah.
I've seen some footage. Wow. Yeah, don't mess with the kangaroos. Yeah. Of course, everything in Australia is trying to kill you, except for the people. I don't know why they're not.
They should do a nature show that lists the few animals of Australia that aren't trying to kill you.
That'd be a short list, I suspect.
Yeah. But Yeah, talking about foods. We used to make kifla, which is either Hungarian or Romanian, depending on who you ask, and if you want to
Who
start a
conquered
fight.
at the time?
Yeah, but those we made a week ahead of time because they were better slightly stale. Um, it was just Christmas tradition. You get together a week before Christmas and make them for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah. So the kids got the gooey job. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. We weren't going to interrupt that.
No.
Yeah, we did put up comments because some guests will actually pause and answer the comments as they see them. And some guests don't. And so I try to just bring the comments into breaks, which is why sometimes there's a very long delay in seeing your comments up there, just because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't really want to interrupt the guest while they're saying something really, really good. Yeah. The ruse, I think the kangaroos, I think is what she's reacting to. So, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so glad you could all be here with us.
Yep.
You want to delve into the next segment?
Okay. Yep. And
Thanks.
and again, if you guys have anything to share, we'll break, and I don't mind interrupting myself. I do it all the time.
Yes.
Some stellar events this week, and you be good, Pam. December 23rd through December 30th. Don't know if any of you saw the Urshids overnight.
Not here. Too many clouds.
Yeah. Cliff said they have a bit of a delay. Yeah, it's Australia, and well, if it was speed of light, it wouldn't be that long, but unfortunately, it has to travel through all kinds of relays and stuff to get to you. So, Urshids were last night, best seen after midnight. Only 5 to 10 per hour, so it wasn't a great show, but
good moon though.
It was a good moon.
Basically,
so
new moon.
You that were there, you could have seen, assuming you didn't have cloud cover, which apparently most of the country except for me had, because I'm in California, and about the only thing that we have going for our state right now is the climate. So there you go. Everything from scratch when she bakes. Yep. That's cool. That's the way I remember.
Yeah,
except for the butter. They use store-bought butter. I think most people use store-bought butter.
It's easy to make, I guess. That's why.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
No, it looked easy on the video I watched. We'll try it. We'll try it some.
Okay, yeah. I remember as a kid getting my hands on a butter churn and my arms turning into noodles working that sucker.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm talking about using a mixer.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, cheat.
Uh-huh. It's that or store-bought, you know.
Of course, they could have been using the butter churn just to wear us kids out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
What else you got there, Jeff? Globe at Night, cool.
Yeah, Globe at Night is last few days of this batch of Globe at Night. I've talked about it lots on other shows. You basically go out, take a picture of the constellation that they have listed, and compare it to what they've got on their website, and then rate the light level of your area so that they can do a Bortle scale of wherever you are. So it's a citizen science project where you can help them judge light levels around the around
anyone
the
in the world. Anyone in the world can go out and take pictures. It's really cool. And Mike Simmons, one of our guests, he said it's very important. So cool. Go for it.
Yep. And we've got some good conjunctions for the last few days of 2022.
It's been kind of quiet lately, yeah.
Yeah. December 24th is a big conjunction. possibly similar to what drew the three wise men so long ago, like as David pointed out. But on the 24th, it's Mercury, Venus, and Pluto are in conjunction with the moon, of which, you'll see Mercury and Venus and likely the moon. But Pluto,
Yeah.
good luck unless you got your hands on like 100-inch or something silly.
Yeah, we found out that you can see Uranus with a small scope, but I don't know about Pluto yet.
Yeah, it's too small, too far away, I think.
Yeah, quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. There's an article in Newsweek talking about this, and they're got an ad, but got a video that doesn't play. They're talking about all the planets they're saying in alignment, but it's not what we consider alignment. They're just basically all in the night sky. And I don't think this picture is accurate. I think this picture just has all the planets in it. But they're not necessarily near each other. They're just all in the night sky somewhere throughout the night.
Yeah, even if they were kind of lined up, they wouldn't be near each other. They just appear to be.
From east to west, yeah. From east to west. So, interesting article. I will post that in the comments. I'll throw it up and post it in the comments.
Cool.
Here,
Thanks, Jeff. Good find.
I have to find it first.
It's in the show notes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So comments.
And again, I think it was much brighter, more planets, the big planets from when the wise men were seeking the newborn.
Yeah. Well, if I recall, it was like Venus and Jupiter were there, and I think Mars was in the mix, but I think it was Venus and Jupiter were the main instigators there. Yeah. And so there it is. And it's in the notes, so you've got something to copy and paste.
It should be clickable through the chats. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And Stargazer says no mixers. Yep. Yeah. She's saying you cheated, fam.
Okay. So yeah, the beauty. Go ahead.
Yeah. Cliff says been totally overcast for the last year, so no normal even.
Yeah.
Got down to 10 C last night.
That's crazy.
It's usually 36 at midnight.
Oh. Yeah, of course they're flip-flop from us. It's kind of the
it's supposed to be warm over there. Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to be warm over there.
Yeah.
I guess California might be the only place that has decent weather right now, which is kind of typical. That's why the house prices are so high over here.
I see the next one. Scott, I am flying back to California on January the 10th.
Yep.
I'm
so
good
a couple
with
more
that
shows
too.
are going to be a couple more shows are going to be split like this. Although hopefully, well, apparently you guys can see her. I hope she's showing up in the video once this is done, because since I'm kind of tied into the studio, I'm kind of concerned that what I'm seeing is what will be recorded. But I hope that this is just a problem with my computer, not my browser, not with the recording. So yeah.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Yeah.
You can't see me, but everybody else can.
Yep. Oh well.
Still learning. Oh yeah, cool.
And they're awesome. I've been at this about a year now. Yeah. Well, we've got some older shows that gave some tips and tricks on using telescopes. Talk to Pam. She gives classes on that, so she might be able to.
Yep.
Got a room. Oh, you want to move, huh, Cliff?
We barely have room for us in our place, Cliff. You remember?
Yeah.
He was there. He came to visit 2017. 2017 when the total solar eclipse was happening. Oh, thanks,
Hey,
Dawn.
Pam, someone else is hitting on you.
It's my friend Dawn. Leave her alone. There was a bit with the conjunction, because sometimes I try and talk about like when you can see it, like on December 25th, basically tomorrow. You'll be able to see that conjunction early in the evening. They will set soon after the sun does, though. But it's cool. The moon is still only 1 day old.
Yep. Hey, we've got someone new here. Funny kids. Oh, I love that shot, that picture there. Hi, everyone. I'm new here and I love astronomy. Well, you found the
Yay.
right place.
Welcome.
Contact us. Are you new to astronomy or just new to this show? Because we've got some of our older shows on YouTube talked about different things, how-tos and stuff like that for astronomy.
There's a demonstration of a planisphere. We should do more of that kind of stuff, Jeff. More demonstration things.
Yep.
It's cold.
I'll take your word for it, Cliff. I can't see her. It looks dark to me. All I see is black.
Yes,
oh,
welcome.
Scott, do you know Funny Kids? Okay. That's cool.
No.
Oh. And Cliff. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Greeting the other audience pupils.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
All right. You want to cover some more ephemeras?
Sure.
Of course, Christmas isn't really.
Yeah. So on the 24th, the moon's only 1 day old. So, observing in the evening, because they'll set soon. We're talking about the Mercury, Venus, and Pluto in conjunction with the moon, because they're close to the sun. So they'll set soon after the sun sets.
Mm-hmm.
Or rise before the sun rises, depending on which side of the sky they're on.
Well, with a 1 day old moon, it's just,
right.
Let's see, what is that? West of the sun, east of the sun.
Yeah.
Takes some thinking.
Yeah. With a 1 day old moon, it doesn't matter where the moon is in the sky for stargazing because it's not very bright. Yeah, it's not very bright.
So the sun will set and the moon will be there, but then it'll set soon after, and the conjunction will be following that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that stargazer says that's awesome, Pam. We'll definitely have to get with you about how to use my scopes. And
I'm already wondering what you got. Just like guys talking about cars.
Oh, I think Cliff likes to talk about scopes almost as much as he likes to talk about his cars.
Maybe. I don't know. Cars pretty up there.
Oh,
good.
Well, we've got lots of different topics. We have some guests that are all, because we're called Everyday Spacer, and generally we're about things that you can do that are actively involved in space science or astronomy. So
we like to demonstrate the things that you can do. So we'll talk about sites that you can go there, and there's a whole site you can go and take pictures with telescopes remotely. That's pretty cool. And on the same site, you can actually work with those pictures. Dawn's been doing some of that. She was telling me the other day. So it's all kinds of different things. We're looking for as much variety and just different things and different people as we can possibly squeeze into our show. We've had students on our show now. That's really cool. A couple of them. Yeah, in fact, Lydia and her mother were just terrific. Didn't realize her mother was going to be so fun too. So I was like, hey, can you come and do our show too? And so she said yes. Yeah, Lydia was terrific. And all those are archived on the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
Yeah, we met her mom kind of on the pre-show because we get guests in about 15 minutes early so that we can talk, run through things, etc. And her mom was there, and she'd done such neat stuff that she just had to be on the show. We managed to twist her arm and get her on the show, and she was a great guest too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Dawn makes a really good point. I got to get her on, but of course it's late because she's in Northern Ohio too.
Yep.
It's very late for them.
Yep.
So yeah, Dawn, if you want to do that or pre-record something, that works too for folks in funny places.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Cliff. I think we kind of know each other by now, even if we've only met for a few days face to face.
It was a good 3 days, though. Very good.
Yeah. Pretty good. That sounds entertaining and very educational. Well, we try for both. Both. Well, Pam goes for the educational. I kind of go for the entertaining.
So we balance each other.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you got some more stuff over there, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, of course. December 25th is Christmas. Still got planets in the sky, but no conjunctions. December 26th, Saturn and the Moon are in conjunction, and the Quadrantids meteor shower rain begins. It's a big moon, so it's going to be hard to see.
During the peak, it is the big moon.
Yeah. It runs from December 12th through January 10th.
27th. It's December 27th.
27th, yes. Well, 12, 27, yeah, my brain. That's why Pam does the educational stuff. You guys just listen to what comes out of my mouth and have fun with it. That's all. The peak is January 3rd through 4th, and that's when we've got the big moon. Best time to see it is after midnight. It appears to be coming from the constellation Draco, which is in the north. Now, too bad it's going to be hard to see because its peak rate is going to be 25 to 100 per minute. So that's a lot of flashes in the sky that might be hard to see because of the moon or because of cloud cover for everywhere but California.
Yep.
So let's see. Dawn says we can work on that. Maybe we can do a show from here before you get back to California. Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah. December 28th, Neptune and the Moon are in conjunction. So basically, the Moon's doing its rounds through all the planets this week. There's no weekly space hangout on Wednesdays until January 4th because they're taking their Christmas break. December 29th, another big conjunction. It's the first quarter moon with Mercury and Jupiter. So pretty close to the sun, but
first quarter moon at sunset is basically at the top of the sky. So if you split everything
I'm
up,
surprised that Mercury's that far out. Then
that seems like it's not going to be quite as close as we think. I don't know. I use the Farmer's Almanac for my ephemeris typically, and I noticed that some of them have slight differences between Farmer's Almanac and some other resources. So, yeah.
Okay.
If you get out there and look, let us know.
Yep. December 30th, Friday night show, Everyday Spacer year in review, 2022. And you can find us Fridays at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the Everyday Spacer Facebook page and the Everyday Spacer YouTube channel.
We got any more comments? Nope.
Not yet.
So you want me to do any of this?
Nah.
Okay.
That's just
because late here.
Yeah. Yeah, and
there's some good stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'll delve into the section I usually talk about other events and activities next week. So stay tuned for that. And I think let me get to the bottom of this. Well, there's one thing I like to mention, Jeff, because it's ending on the 31st. It's
Oh,
the,
go
you see
for
it, matching gift offer. Yeah,
it.
the Society for Science.
Hang on,
They have a
let me
matching
find.
gift offer that if you, and again, this is another way to participate. If you make a donation to them, they will double it through December 31st, up to
I'm looking for it
108,000.
so I can post it there.
It's a big picture
Uh,
with the,
oh, yeah. Okay. And here
because
I'm
next
gonna.
week will be the 30th, so it was a good time to talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is an
Sounds
excellent program, Society for Science.
good. And
They have
there
affiliated
it is.
science fairs, and then they have
Yeah, there it is.
a variety of contests that young people can enter, and they give hundreds of thousands of dollars to these students. Yeah,
Hmm.
we learned about that from our student, our very first student guest.
Yeah. And I put it in chat as well as I flashed it up onto the screen, so should
Okay,
be able
good.
to. Yeah.
I think I want to talk about the nominated student for with perseverance as well, because they changed the close date to January 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We got a link for that too.
Yeah, I'm looking.
That's
There we
fine.
go.
It's a very
There you
relaxed
go.
show tonight. We're getting in the holiday spirit,
Yeah.
and
Without
that's a
actually
great program too.
getting into the holiday spirits.
Yeah, we just don't drink that much. All right, so
Yeah.
if
I've
you
never
or
eaten.
someone you know, if you or someone you know has done something interesting involving space exploration, science, or astronomy, we'd love to share our live. And sounds like we're going to have a couple of you on here. So join us again next Friday. It's December the 30th. We're going to do our Everyday Spacer review. We've done one already last year because it was a pretty big year with a bunch of people going up and back or into orbit with Inspiration 4. We're going to do that again. We're going to do some figuring out who's, been on some of those kinds of flights, and we will talk to you all about them next week.
Yep.
Maybe we do
So,
a shout out. Funny Kids, Cliff,
sure. Funny Kids,
Dawn.
Cliff, Dawn, Scott, Daniel,
Grit.
and Grit, or Stargazer, depending on how she wants
Mhm.
to be referred to. And we'll see once she starts talking to you about being on the show too.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's
We
who
said
we.
Dawn, right?
Yep, you said Dawn.
Dawn in Ohio. Okay.
Yep.
And
So
I heard from David. He is visiting family for the holidays. He
ah,
is usually with us on the show too. So
oh,
yeah, he's got
oh,
somewhere to be tonight, or I guess it's tomorrow afternoon for them.
yep. So Stargazer, I have a 114 millimeter Newtonian reflector
Okay.
with panhandle as Bushnell. Okay, Pam, does this mean anything to you? Because it doesn't to me.
Panhandle. That's a new one on me. Bushnell. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll talk.
Yeah.
I have an image in my mind of what that is, and I can look it up too. I
Yep.
love the internet. Isn't that great? So
Yep.
yeah. Yeah. Let us know if you have any specific question. I remember one of my friends from California. She came over. She says, "I've been trying for a year to use my scope. Couldn't see anything. In 20 minutes, we had her up and rolling." So,
Yeah.
yep. And I'm really grateful to Don Jenkins for telling me how to get involved with the local astronomy group. It was the Cuyahoga Astronomical Association. She came through my line at a craft store. I was working there, had a patch on her shoulder, on her jacket. It's like, hey, what's that? And she told me all about it. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, funny kids. I'm 11 years old here, listening with Dad. Maybe I could get that
All
scholarship.
right.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a really good time to think about that, because they're going to be opening up the new programs starting in the new year, and I think the one is give funny kids the let me look for it, and that is what we're here for. It's just the basic one, societyforscience.org.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
I
in the
think that's
chat.
the one.
It's in the chat, and
I'll
I've put
put
it
it
up on the
again.
screen. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's it should be a clickable link in
Yep,
the
in the
chat.
chat. Yep.
So glad you said something funny, kids. I'm so excited. Can't wait to help you. Wait, Cliff, what?
Yes. 11 scopes last. That's why it's always raining there, Cliff.
Dude, quit buying them. And for those of you who are not on the inside joke, yeah, when someone buys a new telescope, of course it's going to get cloudy where they are.
It doesn't seem to work here. We've tried it and we still didn't get the rain. Oh well.
Yeah, it's the summon clouds. It doesn't necessarily mean rain. It's the summon clouds spell. That's the way we say that.
Okay.
So yeah, good luck to you. Funny kids, let us know if you get a chance to check out those contests. They all start with a fair, a science fair. So you go to the science fair. It's affiliated with that organization, and there's like 400 in the world. I'll go into depth in a future show with that, and then you can kind of roll into other things through, once you do the science fair. Oh, we got another one.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Funny kids. Glad to see a young one showing interest.
Oh.
I've loved space as long as I can remember. Still have my 3rd grade book report I did on Sally Ride.
That is very cool.
Lord,
I just
young.
bought a book. What?
Oh, she's so young.
Yeah.
Pam and I got involved in space because we watched Apollo live. Okay.
Land on the Moon. Yeah. The first one. So I just bought a book about Sally Ride at the local library here. They had kind of their extra books for sale, and I got her autograph. Back when I was, when I volunteered at the NASA Lewis, and we were on site there. Now they've moved all the equipment and stuff to the Science Center. It's a Cleveland Science Center on the coast. So it's no longer in NASA itself. It's up by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, actually. So yeah, you got to tell me, Dawn, if you've ever been to either one of those. Dawn lives really close to there. Well, thanks everybody for being here with us. We really appreciate that.
Yep.
And have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is you do. Of course, with the New Year's coming up, that's also a holiday. So I just say Happy Holidays.
Yep. Okay. Good night, y'all.
Thanks a lot. Have a great week, folks.
Dawn.
Nope.
Yep.
Always love. Oh,
Yep.
good. Yeah. Yep, we did too. That's what I say. I was born in the space age. Yep.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later. If you could.
We got more? Oh, funny kids.
If you could recommend one telescope.
So, okay, here is my basic recommendation always. Find a group near you and look through lots of telescopes, and maybe they will have some that have been donated to them over the years, like in our area in Thousand Oaks, California. There is the Ventura County Astronomical Society. They have about 30 scopes in their stable. I have actually borrowed a 10-inch f4.8 telescope. It looks like a Canon. And sometimes libraries near you have telescopes that go on loan. Actually, there's this whole what is it called? A library of things now. You can borrow lots of different things, paintings and stuff to cook with, so you don't have to buy them. So everybody doesn't have to buy everything. And a telescope could be at your library. Lots of times there'll be kind of old timers or someone who's had a spouse die on them and they've got the equipment. You could buy some stuff for a really good deal. And of course, if anybody's still around, like let's say they're getting up there, they want to have some smaller equipment, because as Hal Yandorf says from the Ventura County Astronomical Society, the best telescope is the one you use. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
keep that in mind. You want to use it, so it wants to be, all the right things. Not too heavy, not too, not too small, because you can use some of these 60 millimeters that you get like at Christmas time, and they're probably good for the sun and the moon and maybe the planets, maybe. But yeah, look through as many telescopes as you possibly can. And if you find star parties near you, that's one of the very best ways to do it. Always, always be very respectful. Some of this equipment is heirloom. People have passed it down for generations in their families. Some people have made their own telescopes. So do be very careful and ask questions. A lot of
Yeah.
people are very, very kind and will answer your questions for you. So lots of possibilities. You may not have to buy something. So check it
Well,
out.
and he Funny Kids does say that they do want to buy one. But
Okay.
yeah, going to the start parties and looking through a bunch of them will let you
Yeah.
know which ones you like. I mean,
It's
which
like
ones are
free
the
samples at the store.
yeah,
Take a look.
yeah, yeah. Take a look through a bunch of them
Hmm.
because,
Hmm.
like Pam says, the best telescope is the one that you use. Oh,
Yep.
Kids is in San Diego. Okay.
Oh, very cool.
Um,
That's
yeah, I'm
actually
pretty
pretty close to.
yeah. So look for local colleges astronomy department
Hmm.
and see if they do. And also, if you've got telescope shops around, basically look for groups that go out and observe because
Yep.
a single guy going out to observe, you'll look at a scope. But if you find a group that goes out, they've got multiple scopes. That's what Pam referred to as a star party.
Star
And
party. Yeah. Thank you,
yeah,
Jeff. Good.
yeah, you
Good
go out
proving.
there and you can, like Pam said, you look through a bunch of them, just figure out what works for you. And if you're into computers, you might want a roboscope, which basically an automatic pointing scope. But those take a while to set up, and so it's a while before you can actually look at anything.
And
A
other problems.
yeah, a point and shoot. Um,
Yep.
we typically use just hand
Just.
guided scopes because
Yep.
you can start viewing immediately if as long as you can figure out how to find stuff, and there are tricks to that, which are kind of
Yeah. There's online tools, and a planisphere is really good. I did a whole very, very early on. So in the YouTube channel, look way, way low. There is a demonstration of
yeah,
planispheres, how to use them, and it's a very
yeah,
good investment. It's a
yeah,
very, very good investment. Oh, and then there's starmaps.com. Get one for free.
yeah, yeah.
Every month
Oh
it
yeah,
comes up. Go ahead.
yeah. Funny Kids, yeah, definitely go to starmaps.com and that'll
Hmm.
show you everything for that month. What's in this?
Hmm.
What'll be in the
It's a
sky?
free, it's a free 2-page download. Great way to start. Lots of cool information on the front and the back.
Yep. And they'll
It's a.
list things that you can see by eye, by
Hmm.
binocular, and by telescope.
Hmm.
So you know it gives you a good way to see stuff. To
Yeah,
see
it's a
what you.
wonderful tool. I recommend it to everybody all the time. I think we had some more up.
Yep. So Dawn said that she's been to both of the places that you mentioned at the NASA, Glenn, and this
Yes,
science
good.
or whatever. Yeah.
Rockwell Hall of
Uh,
Fame too. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Take care,
Take
Cliff.
care.
Yeah. Stargazer, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
holiday. Yeah. Happy Kwanzaa. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you celebrate as long as you have you know good time with friends and family. Yes. Go
Cliff
to a
Scott,
star
good
party
one.
and have a good look. Yeah. Very important. Yeah. Cliff runs star parties, but it's not going to
Hmm.
help you a whole lot because he's in Australia.
Australia.
So that'd be a bit of a swim. Although you could make a straight shot of it from San Diego, it just would be a long swim. Uh, yeah, tons of info on YouTube. Everyone's got an
Yep.
opinion. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Don says there's a lot of factors to consider before buying.
Yep.
Also. Yep.
And I think about it like when you go to the TV store and you kind of see one that's a little more blue and one that's a little more red, and you're kind of like, oh, I really like that one better. Check out a bunch of telescopes. It'll help you kind of come to a realization about what you're really interested in.
Oh, Stargazer.
Oh,
Our
nice.
local astronomy club always hosts their star parties at my parents' ranch. They
I
have
want to go to that
85
star
acres,
party.
and it's truly amazing being out there with nothing around you for miles, pitch black and beautiful stars. Yeah, I remember
Cool.
Northern Idaho being like that.
Mm,
That was beautiful in Northern Idaho.
that's very cool, Grit. Thanks for sharing that.
Yep.
Perhaps we can all get there one day, the I-24 crew. That'd be
Yep.
cool. All right. I don't see anything else for comments.
Nope.
You've been
Okay.
wonderful, people. This is one of our better shows, I think.
Yep. Okay. Good night, y'all.
Bye.
And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, joyous solstice.
Mhm.
Good night.
Bye.